That one took a while, man. That one took a while to get going. Sorry, I know no one's in here, but for all the people, out of respect for all the people that are watching later, I'm gonna just start rambling on like I usually do. Anyway, last night, this is actually the place I was. I know I haven't posted the video from yesterday. Sorry, these mosquitoes are getting to me, so I'm trying to find a spot that I can set my camera while I mean, I have one of these burning already, right? Because of the mosquitoes. But they still know how to duck and dodge that. So here's the natural stuff. Hey, hit list. Hey, brother, what's going on? Like I said, I came back down to. So where I was last night is I stayed in an abandoned structure up on the hill. Like this is a park that's let me get this nice word and a handshake to keep the mosquitoes away on me real quick. I have one of these burning, but yeah, still up on the hill that overlooks this. There's not that far from the overlook. There's like an abandoned structure that I was able to find, and there was like there is nothing in the abandoned structure. The floor was dirty and stuff like this, so no good ground camping. Plus, I like to be elevated off the ground because of the snakes and stuff. I haven't ran into a cobra, but I know they do have cobras here in Malaysia. So, I mean, I grew up around rattlesnakes. Rattlesnakes are normal snakes to me. You know, they're fairly non-aggressive. That's why they rattle their tail. They don't really want anything with you. So if you hear that rattling, you just slowly back away from wherever you're at because they're usually hard to see. So, and most of the times, like 80% of the time, if you ask any type of snake wrangler, they'll tell you. I think I learned it from David Canterbury, that basically he used to be a snake wrangler, and I think he milked snakes for venom. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I remember him talking about that, but he says 80% of all bites are usually dry bites anyway. That the animal's not really trying to, he's not planning on eating you, so he would rather save his venom for something else. Maybe that's where the myth of the younger rattlers being more venomous, that myth came from, because maybe they possibly can't control that aspect as much. I don't know. But the animals that you grow up around are like the animals that are normal to you. They seem normal to you. Like mountain lions are super dangerous, and I wouldn't want to tangle with them just because cats are just naturally crazy in the head. Black bears are not too bad, because the only part of a black bear you're going to really see is his ass when he's running away from you. Brown bears, don't want to tangle with a brown bear, but that's why God makes them big, so you can see them from a distance. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, yeah, rattlesnakes are normal to me and stuff like this. But now when you run into stuff like um, uh, lions and, well, even elephants and king cobras and stuff like that, that's out of my element, homies. I mean, I'm just like, I don't know what to do about that. So I don't know what you do. I don't know how aggressive king cobras are. Are they one of those like super venomous ones, like a coil snake is? Because coil snake has a similar venom as a king cobra does, but they're very non-aggressive. You basically have to strangle one to death before it bites you. So, but that's how people get bit, is because they're always like in the wood, like in like timber or lumber or whatever that's just been piled up. They crawl in there, and when someone's moving it, they end up grabbing this coil snake. So, anyway, yeah, guys, here, let me show you around. These are the best energy drinks for most caffeine, ginseng. Watch out, copperheads. Yeah, copperheads are, well, they're notorious, kind of. I mean, we had some bad doobies too, like in the United States. Like, yeah, you said copperheads. We had some cottonmouths were nasty because they'd be in the water, and they were aggressive, so they would come at you. And when you're in like water up to here, like you're doing something like what's called noodling, that's hand fishing for catfish or something. I did that one time. It wasn't like I did that all the time. I was just in Oklahoma. You know, you know, when in Rome, do as the Hicks do. You know, so I just did what all the other people did for fun, and that was noodling. I'm like, what the hell is noodling? They're like, oh, it's catfishing. This is when I was younger. Catfishing with your hands, right? That's crazy, man, because you get in the water and you're like, look out for the V's in the water, like a V. That's usually a cottonmouth, right? And the cottonmouth will come right at you, and you're in water this deep, try and run away from something coming at you. That's like when you're running away from something in a dream. You know, you're not going anywhere. But then you have to stick your hand into the wood piles and move your hand around, and hopefully the catfish will grab your hand, but you got to make sure it doesn't get past your thumb, because they're big enough that if they latch on to the farther part of your arm, they'll start spinning and they can break your arm and all this. I'm like, and if you feel an air pocket, get your hand out. Most likely that's a beaver home. And if he sees your finger, he can bite your fingers off. And I'm like, this doesn't sound fun. You guys do this for fun? Man. So yeah, no, that's that was Oklahoma. We were there looking for my girlfriend's father. She grew up her whole life. Um, I mean, you know, her whole younger life when she was thinking that she never had a father, and then eventually, her mom said, yeah, when she turned like you know, the right age, you know, she's like, yeah, you actually do have a father. He's just a derelict that lives in Oklahoma. And it was, I thought it was better just for you to think you didn't have a father and then know that your father was a drunken, you know, alcoholic derelict. So we went and searched for her father, and yeah, her mom wasn't lying, that's for sure. He was a hard one to tolerate, but she had a brother that was cool. She did a half brother, of course, but yeah, they got to know each other. That was kind of awesome. But that was things we do when we're younger and stuff. And by that time, I was already playing around with the vagabond thing, you know. So like I joined the work world and stuff when I was well, when I was young. Actually, I started working on a pony ranch, cleaning stalls and stuff like that when I was only like, I don't know, 12 or 13. It was, I know people are like, oh, that's slave labor. No, that was teaching your kids how to actually work. And it was, you know, that's all it was. It wasn't like they were like slave labor. It was like, uh, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I have the option. He's wondering who else is in here. Speak up, guys. Say hello. I don't, but when you're younger, it was just like, there was the introduction into the work world was like paper routes and different things like that. I mean, we didn't see it as slave labor. It was like you introduced your kids, because not everybody went to college. Most people didn't go to college. There was a select few that actually had the money to go to college. Most people just went right directly into the work world. And hey, Hidden Hammock brother. Hey, I just posted a link to your newest video. Bye. Yeah, that's awesome. Hidden Hammock's doing Vietnam. It doesn't look like he's doing the same route that I am. I don't know. Because I know you hit a campground that you had to actually go up off-roading for. Hang on a second. Let me... I wonder why... There we go. Okay, now I got... It's cheating. Having two phones, but that's all right. This was my old one. This was the garbage, like a garbage one that was locked out by Cricket. Cricket's a terrible one. I used to, but it's like Metro PCS was the first one that was like no contract. And then back in the days, I'm not sure if you guys know what a contract was. It was a way to trick people by giving them a free phone that they'd have to sign a like a 2-year contract or something, and then you had to pay outrageous prices. And there's people, it was funny because the cops were like, well, you're just screaming you're a drug dealer with a Metro PCS. I'm like, no, it just makes more sense that I'm paying $20 a month and you're paying $50, you know. just because you got a free phone, I'll pay 80 bucks for a cheap piece of garbage and not have to pay, and it's month to month anyway. I can quit anytime I want. It's not, well, yeah, but all the drug dealers did have Metro PCS too, so it wasn't like he was lying or nothing, but it was just smarter. So anyway, this is where I'm at, guys. Here, let me flip this crap around. Sorry for my language. So I haven't done the video yet. So out that way is the ferry to get to the island. Obviously that's not the island. It's not that close. And I'm kind of down here more on the peaceful side. I saw something way out here which looked like a sitting Buddha on a small little island just right off the coast here. And the road here gets a little muddy. So I started exploring down this way. I guess I could. I can't leave my stuff over there. I can leave my bicycle, just not my other phone. And I think right around here by is like a bay or something out there. You just have to take that trail. But like I said, I came out here. Hang on, my hands are full. So after I get off, I'll post yesterday's video. I made the thumbnail and all that. I'm getting faster at the thumbnails. What I do is I get on ChatGPT since it's limited. I think I said this already, but I'm just going to repeat myself. I get on ChatGPT and I say, this is what I did all day. Can you make it? And I'm like, I woke up in a fruit stand doing, sleeping on a bench in a fruit stand. I rode my bicycle all day. And I got over to Mersing. And I found an abandoned building, but I didn't sleep in the abandoned building. I slept because there was nowhere to tie it off to, right, the hammock. So I slept in the, like a little shack without walls, right? So I slept in the barn out there without walls because I could put up my hammock. And it comes back with an idea. It doesn't draw, it just asks for a markup. And because you're only limited so many per month with ChatGPT, and then it tries to make you pay, and that's so much for OpenAI. Grok is a terrible drawer. He's like a retard. I mean, he is. It's just terrible drawings. It comes back, looks like he did it with crayon or something. But so yeah, just take the GPT markup and it's like, here's an idea for a thumbnail, and this is a great title, right? And would you like another one? And get several of them, and then you have so many free ones on vidIQ, so you can do a thumbnail and just slap that in as the description, the one ChatGPT gives you, and kicks out a pretty good one. And then you can go over to Canva. Canva tries to charge on certain things like background remover and stuff like that, but you can do the background remover off of background BG. Remove.bg. So you can do that for free and then just bring it on over. So that's where I get the initial background, is from one of either Canva is what I've been using, or vidIQ, whichever one turns out better. And then I just slap myself in. Yeah, brother. Hey, Ellie. So we got a few people. Yeah, brother. What it is I like to share Doug's videos too. His last one though, I caught it a little too late, so I'm like, I wonder how late I should share a video, because really there's three main people that have channels on my channel that's actually been with me for a long time. That's Doug, which is Doug has been a big help with me. So that's Planet Doug, if you guys don't know. He's more Wikipedia on his knowledge of the spots he goes, where I'm more of he's more of a travel vlog, where I'm more of a nomadic vlog. And then Hidden Hammock, you've actually started up fairly early. I think you started catching me, in Vietnam. So, and I was stoked to have I was stoked to have a stealth camper. That was like, cool. That's my type of crowd. And then also Jesse St. Louis. Now, Jesse St. Louis is crazy, man. He is able to take a whole day and fit it into like only 5-minute video, which is super well done. Lifestyle vlog? Yeah. But lifestyle vlog, I don't know. A lifestyle vlog just sounds like I prefer nomadic vlog. Lifestyle vlog sounds like I should be giving you makeup tips and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know, like talking about Oprah or something, or The View. You know, it's like, nah. Maybe that's just me. I'm being shallow. But yeah. Oh, okay. So the plan was, let me give you up to speed. I'll post the video. I already have the thumbnail and stuff. I just need to throw it up. Is using in my data. It takes all night. So I was looking at looking into going out to the island. I was looking into going out to the island because people are like, oh, you got to go out to the island out here, you know. And it's not too bad on the price. It's 60 ringgit one way, which is puts it at about $15 US, and then 15 back. But I also would have to pay for excessive luggage fee for my bicycle, which they do. I looked that up, and I was able to locate a spot that was like $9 a night with a free breakfast. I was like, oh no, that's hella doable, right? But I didn't realize that I was looking it up through Google Maps, and what Google Maps was showing me was the next availability for that place, which isn't till next month. You know, they're showing me I want August, and they're showing me yeah, they're showing me next month. So I was like, no. So I searched this whole month, and everything's sold out except for one spot that's a hostel, and that's $15 a night. But then you got to remember the ringgits, the 10 ringgit tourist tax, and then there's usually other taxes on top of that. So that $15 is now looking at $20 per night, because it's between $3 and $5 in taxes and fees and stuff like that. I've never had it really under $3, but it usually varies over $3, you know, but 3 to 5. So now we're looking at 15 out, 15 in, plus the whatever the price would be for the extra for my bicycle, and then $20 per night. So if I'm there 3 nights or 4 nights, which I would want to stay at least that's $60-$80. Now we're talking about, just to go out there and back, we're talking about over like 100 plus, you know, because that's assuming just one meal. You know, the free breakfast. I'm gonna have to eat other times, and I'm pretty sure that it's going to be inflated a little bit out there on an island, because, well, they have to ship stuff in and ship stuff out, you know. Garbage has to come in, garbage has to go out, you know, and I'm not talking about the people either. I'm not talking about the tourists. I'm talking about real garbage. Anyway, so now we're looking at a trip that, you know, is 1 week worth, well, less than a week worth, you know, $150. You know, it's like that could go so much farther on, you know, on the mainland. So I'm thinking about going ahead and passing up on the island idea, guys, and maybe catch a different island. Plus, I know what that island's mostly going to be is hiking, and because I looked, there's not a lot of roads out there. So you're either going to take the boat from place to place, you know, around the island, or you're going to be hoofing it. I don't know. There's one road that goes across, but I didn't see any that actually circumvented the whole island. So you guys probably don't understand what I'm talking about, because all that garbage is on the video I haven't posted yet. So there's a there's a spoiler, guys. I just spoiled everything for you. Sorry. But anyway, I think I'm gonna pick this up. I'm gonna pick up my phones, anything that might put one in. I'm gonna take a walk. Now stick with me, guys. I'm just getting whatever might be stillable. Now that I got like my camera and all this stuff. Give me a second. All right. Looks like it's a nice day over there. It is. It was raining yesterday though, so that was one of my. So you'll see that a storm moved in. This little park kind of reminds me a little bit of Hawaii. So in Hawaii, I was sleeping on a beach, and your choices were either the sand, but you needed something like a blanket, so the sand fleas didn't nibble at you, or you could sleep on the grass, but you had to time the sprinklers. Because we're gonna take a walk, guys, down this way just to go exploring. Yeah, so yeah, you had to time the sprinklers so that you didn't get a rude awakening, you know, early in the morning or late at night. There's a trick to that though, and I'm not saying kick off the sprinkler head. You don't do that. You just put a t-shirt over it, you know, and put some rocks in the corner of the t-shirt so when it does come up, it doesn't break the sprinkler or nothing, but it stops you from getting hit by the sprinkler and waking up that way. So yeah, so this is the farthest I made it. Was, excuse me, right there. Mobile Hobo Live. Yeah. Well, I saw something, so I didn't make it past this. It was getting dark, and you'll see when I post the video, it was me saying, yeah, I got to go find a shelter because the rain's starting up again. I need to find a spot with a roof, and that's how I ended it. You know, no sweet words, goodbye, or anything. But there's something intriguing out here. And like I said, it looked like a small little island that's right off the coast here with a sitting Buddha. I mean, it could just be a bad rocks formation. And I forgot my glasses, but that's all right. I'll just have to get closer to it to see it. So the plan is, since I got a lot of time, there is about 9 kilometers up north from here, like a campground type place that you can get rooms, like a room for fairly good price and stuff, and still be oh, there's a, hang on a second, I'm interrupting myself here because I don't know what this is. Looks like a, that's cool, little fishing campground or something. And this is the last you ever saw of me. And then I became chilly. This is a nice little structure they got set up here. Cool little campground. Nice. With a view like this. Okay, yeah, that's kind of cool. I'm glad I came out here. They have a cool ass setup, man. Look at this. Now this is a hammock. Look at that hammock, man. Nice. Hey, Josh, think you go stealth camping in this? That'll fit in a backpack. Ah, man. Look at this. They did a good job. Man, they did a really good job here. Yeah, they built up this structure. Okay, there's the thing I see. I think it's just a rock formation. I don't know what that is. See, I don't think I can zoom in on this, can I? So way out there, is, it looks like a sitting Buddha. It actually looks like a building behind it, but I don't know what that is. So, right there. I had to get my glasses, come back. I left my glasses back there on there. Get out of the sun a little. Maybe it's just a rock formation. Yeah, I don't think I can zoom on live, so I'll try and get my camera actually. Well, I got my camera. I could probably zoom into that a little bit, but I think it's just a rock formation, honestly. But it was worth coming out here for this, the playground. Little fishing village here. Yeah, that's intriguing, man. I mean, yeah, you can see it. I mean, it's not like that far. There it is. Not that far away. To me, it looks like a little temple with a sitting Buddha right in front. So, let me do something real quick, guys. Let me do something real quick. So this can zoom up to 4 times. But what you do is, there's a quick zoom button down here. You have to hit that once, and that does 2 times, and then you can actually go zoom in another 2 times on top of that. And I don't think it'll actually show me anything good, but so this is the max I can get on it. I'm not sure if you can see that. Yeah, it didn't go close enough. Hang on a second, guys. I'm trying to figure this out. Yeah, it doesn't nearly get close enough to actually see what that is. All right, well, I don't have binoculars, so. All right, what are we at? 28 minutes. So the plan today is I'm probably going to just get up to that campground with get a shower. That bathroom though, I was able to get a shower in a bathroom here. Is like 2 ringgits, but it was like a bucket bath type shower, but I don't care, you know, clean the sweat off me, stuff like that. But my devices are getting to the point where I should find an outlet, charge them up and all that fun stuff. And so no island. So you guys that were hoping for an island, it's just not, it's not within the budget. So I'm gonna take a cheap alternative up north and all that fun stuff. So any questions or anything, guys, you want to say anything, go ahead. I'm probably gonna make these only about a half an hour long, that way I don't do too long. Maybe a bicycle trip if I can figure out how to mount it sideways. I don't like the vertical live streams, just because if I ever want to edit a part of the video into my regular video later, I don't have just like a little strip, you know what I'm saying? I actually have the full. So most all my live streams are just going to be horizontal like they are right here. So anyway, guys, I'm going to say peace out, and we'll do one more walkthrough till I get back over to camp. And there. Yeah. All right, here we go. One more walk through here. It's a nice little place. That little. Sometimes you can rent these, actually. Look at that. People will make these little... Ah, yeah. This is nice. I bet you anything you can rent these. I saw that was actually a thing that people were doing, is they would go to the free campground, but then they would set up a tent, right? And then rent you the tent. You contact them through the WhatsApp number and get a hold of them, and then they tell you how much they would like and all this stuff. And yeah, you see, this is set up so nice. I would think that these are actually rented out. So you got one down there, two right here. Probably the person that owns the spot. That's a receptionist. But yeah, this is nice. Wow, hidden gem, guys. And a little beach area. Don't fall on my ass. One last look around. So now you guys know where this is. So you guys ever down here, I bet you could inquire if they rent one of those places out. And I still don't know what that is. Alright, all. I can't say goodnight, y'all, because it's still daytime, but I'm going to go ahead and get back to my bike and start the day. So I'll try and do these at a steady time. That way you guys can get used to, like, maybe, I know you guys have other things to do, and people that want to catch this live and not just rewatch it later. I appreciate both of them, but it takes a while for it to render. I noticed it takes more than a day to actually render my live stream. It says processing. I'm not sure if you can actually access my live stream after it's been posted while it's doing that, but I guess I'll try on my other phone, see if it's possible. But yeah, I'll try and start doing them. I think the 10 o'clock time is pretty good, but if I decide to change it, it'll be either 10 or 11. I think that's my time, of course. I think that's actually a pretty reasonable time for knowing when I'm going to be up, because sometimes I sleep in. Most of the times I sleep in. And yeah, and then also I have to be able to get my caffeine somehow. So the stores have to be open too. I'm not going to be live streaming at 7 in the morning. The stores aren't open. I don't have caffeine in me. So, hi guys. I'm going to say hasta la night, hasta la bye-bye. And I'll go ahead and drop my new video right now. So keep an eye open for it. I just need to put the thumbnail on it, which is already done, and post it for you guys. So go look for it in about 10-15 minutes. Goodbye, y'all.